All types of plants in ecology and their adaptations. Plants in ecology can be categorized based on their habitats and ecological roles. Each type of plant shows unique adaptations that help them survive and thrive in specific environments. Below is a detailed classification. 1. Hydrophytes, aquatic plants. Habitat: freshwater and marine environments, like ponds, lakes, and rivers. Examples: lotus, Nelumba nucifera; hydrilla, Hydrilla verticillata; water hyacinth, Acornia. Adaptations: thin or absent cuticles as water conservation is unnecessary. Parenchyma, air-filled tissues, for buoyancy and oxygen exchange. Stomata on the upper surface of floating leaves. Reduced root systems since nutrients are absorbed directly from water. 2. Xerophytes, desert plants. Habitat: arid and semi-arid regions with limited water. Examples: cactus, Opuntia; acacia, Acacia nilotica; aloe, Aloe vera. Adaptations: thick, waxy cuticles to minimize water loss. Leaves reduced to spines to reduce transpiration. Succulent stems and leaves for water storage. Deep taproots or widespread shallow roots to access water. 3. Mesophytes, moderate environment plants. Habitat: areas with adequate water supply, like forests and grasslands. Examples: mango, Mangifera indica; sunflower, Helianthus annuus; wheat, Triticum aestivum. Adaptations: well-developed roots for efficient water absorption. Broad leaves for optimal photosynthesis. Stomata on leaf surfaces to regulate water loss. 4. Halophytes, salt-tolerant plants. Habitat: coastal regions, salt marshes, and mangroves. Examples: mangrove, Rhizophora; saltbush, Atriplex; glasswort, Silicornia. Adaptations: salt glands to excrete excess salt. Succulent tissues for water storage. Specialized roots, like pneumatophores, for oxygen absorption in waterlogged soils. High osmotic pressure in cells to tolerate saline conditions. 5. Epiphytes, plants growing on other plants. Habitat: tropical rainforests and shaded areas. Examples: orchids, Orchidaceae; staghorn fern, Platycerium; Spanish moss, Tillandsia. Adaptations: aerial roots with velamen to absorb moisture from the air. Depend on host plants for physical support but not nutrients. Leaves form tanks to store water, in some species. 6. Lithophytes, rock-dwelling plants. Habitat: rocky terrains with little or no soil. Examples: stonecrop, sedum, ferns. Adaptations: ability to anchor in cracks or crevices of rocks. Capability to absorb nutrients from decomposed organic matter. Tolerance to drought and minimal water availability. 7. Psammophytes, sand-dwelling plants. Habitat: sandy soils in deserts or coastal regions. Examples: spinifex grass, spinifex, date palm, Phoenix dactylifera. Adaptations: long roots to stabilize in shifting sands. Narrow leaves to reduce water loss. Tolerance to high temperatures and low water availability. 8. Alpine plants. Habitat: high altitudes in mountainous regions with extreme cold and low oxygen. Examples: Edelweiss, Leontopodium, alpine saxifrage, Saxifraga. Adaptations: cushion-like growth to resist strong winds and minimize heat loss. Hairy leaves and stems for insulation. Dark pigments to absorb more heat. Photosynthesis at low temperatures and low oxygen levels. 9. Carnivorous plants. Habitat: nutrient-poor soils in bogs and marshes. Examples: Venus flytrap, Dionea machipula. Pitcher plant, Nepenthes, sundew, Drosera. Adaptations. Modified leaves to trap insects. Enzymes to digest prey and absorb nutrients like nitrogen. Photosynthesis as a primary energy source, supplemented by nutrients from prey. 10. Parasitic plant habitat. Attached to other plants for nutrients. Examples. Dodder, Cuscuta. Mistletoe, Viscum album. Rafflesia, Rafflesia arnoldi. Adaptations. Haustoria, specialized roots, to extract water and nutrients from the host. Reduced or absent leaves in some species. Dependence on host for survival. 11. Saprophytic plant habitat, decaying organic matter. Examples. Indian pipe, Monotropa uniflora, coral root orchid, Corallorhiza. Adaptations. Lack chlorophyll and rely on fungi or decaying matter for nutrients. Root systems form symbiotic relationships with fungi, mycorrhizae. 12. Endemic plant habitat, specific geographical regions with unique environmental conditions. Examples. Blue pine, Pinus wallachiana, in the Himalayas. Adaptations. Specialized to survive only in their native region. Vulnerable to habitat changes and environmental threats. Conclusion. Plants exhibit remarkable diversity and adaptations, enabling them to occupy almost every habitat on Earth. These adaptations not only ensure their survival but also contribute to ecosystem stability and productivity. Understanding these ecological roles highlights the importance of preserving plant biodiversity.
Thanks for watching the Plant Sciences series.